Welcome back to our talk on narrative writing. Yesterday, we began looking at how to do our physical descriptions in the narratives or our characterization. So now we're going to move on from characterization to our setting. Setting is so important to your story. Setting can help create a certain mood, and the mood of your story is very important. Do you want it to be sad? Is it a cheerful story? Is it a lighthearted story? That all comes down to your setting. So setting and mood go together. Now, how can we build that? Now, you can use your senses. Think of your senses: seeing, smelling, hearing, touch, and taste. How can you use those to bring your story to life? You use the right adjectives and adverbs. Now, let's look at a boring sentence. This sentence here is quite boring. It was a hot sunny day. It does not pack enough of a punch. It's a very basic sentence. It sounds like the sentence that a primary school child would write. So we want to bring that to life. Okay? And there's nothing wrong with having a thought like what a primary school child would have, but you need to elevate it. Okay? So instead of a hot sunny day, we are going to put some adjectives in here to create a setting. So we have the golden heat of the sun beat against my dark skin. Okay? The golden heat of the sun beat against my dark skin. Now for the word golden, what it does, that's an adjective creating color. So what it does is that it tells us outside is bright without using the word sunny. Okay, so golden creates it draws on color. Then we have the word heat. Heat lets us know obviously it was hot. So in just saying the golden heat, that is an elevated way of saying hot and sunny. Hot and sunny is too basic. At the level we're at, we need different speech. So we have the golden heat of the sun, and let's use our senses. When we speak over here of against my skin, that is creating the sense of touch. Okay, so we are able to see, okay, not only is the sun hot, I can feel it. I can tell it's hot because I can feel it on my skin. Be against my dark skin. And if you look here at the word dark that we've put in, remember when we were talking about characterization? Characterization, now we can tell that our character has dark skin. Okay, so that's important. So we've combined setting and characterization in that sentence. Now we have the sentence here of it was rainy. Once again, boring sentence, not very creative, very primary school like. How can we elevate that? And remember, elevating your sentence or stretching your sentence a bit is very important because your word limit in the exam is 450 words. Now, for many people, 450 words might be a lot. So you have to find ways of getting that word count up without rambling. So instead of it was rainy, we have, let's use our, we're going to use our sense of sight. Dark clouds gathered overhead, releasing endless showers of cold rain onto the green gardens below. Again, dark clouds gathered overhead, releasing endless showers of cold rain onto the green gardens below. So first of all, what do? We're using the word dark again. So dark creates the image of a sense of gloominess, a sense of something being ominous, gathered overhead. So we have this feeling that when we look up, all we're seeing is gray. You could have also said gray clouds gathered overhead, releasing endless showers. So endless showers tells us that this rain is just beating down. Cold rain, we use the adjective of cold. And gardens, and you see I put the word green in front of gardens. When you have a sentence and you are not too sure how to stretch it, please stick a nice adjective in front of the noun to bring that sentence to life, give it a little bit more body. Next, the house smelled like food. So that's where we are here. The house smelled like food. This sentence here. Okay, once again, basic sentence, something a child would say, this house smells like food. how do we elevate that to CXC standard? We're going to put adjectives in here, okay? We are going to add some adjectives. We're going to add some synonyms to change up this sentence. The tantalizing aroma. So don't just say the food smell good. The tantalizing aroma of my favorite meals danced throughout the house as lunchtime approached. No, in that sentence, we have definitely created a setting. Let's look at it again. The tantalizing aroma of my favorite meals danced throughout the house as lunchtime approached. Now, my favorite part of this sentence is actually the word danced. If you remember when we did figurative speech or figurative devices, danced in this sentence is an example of personification because obviously an aroma cannot dance. So what our writer is doing is saying that that smell is all throughout the house. So we put it danced, and the word dance brings a light-hearted feel to your story or to the sentence, okay? And we know that's light-hearted because if it was a bad smell, we might say the terrible smell covered the house. So you see the difference in that sentence. We use the word tantalizing, which is a beautiful word in general. Add it to your vocab list, try to use it. Tantalizing tells us, oh, this is a smell that this person enjoys, okay? And the last thing to create the setting is by telling us that it's lunchtime, okay? Now, let's go down a bit. We're just going to look at this picture to see how you can brainstorm. Oops, here we go. To see how you can brainstorm when you are thinking of how to create your setting. Okay, let's see. Sorry, I have to make this picture a little smaller. Here we go. Okay, so when we look at this picture, it's a picture of Browns Beach in Bay Street. And what are some words that might come to mind? You might think of the word, you might think of heat. Think of the colors you see. Beautiful blues. That's for the water. You might think of, okay, so we can use the golden heat thing here again, golden heat. We might think of how are the people feeling? Happy sea bathers. You know, we might think of the sky. How would you describe the sky? Brilliant blue sky. The water, instead of calling it blue, you might call it aquamarine. Instead of calling it just hot and sunny, you might say the same thing about the golden sun. So anything like that is brainstorming adjectives and descriptions that can help to bring your story to life.